Welcome back to Julie's Wreath Boutique. Well, I have a really fun one for you guys. I was at Dollar Tree and they have the Snowman wreath forms that they had last year, and I figured, okay, what can we do different with it? Well, I've seen a lot of crafts like this, and I kind of just thought we're going to try this with the Snowman. So I hope you enjoy this video. It was a lot of fun to make. Everything came from the Dollar Tree but one thing on this wreath, and I give you a different option from the Dollar Tree if you want to use it. So let's get started. All right, welcome back to Julie's Wreath Boutique. We are going to do a Dollar Tree snowman project today. And pretty much everything that I use on this project today is from Dollar Tree. So we're just gonna hop right in and get started. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're going to need one of these frames, and whether or not you can get them at your local Dollar Tree or maybe purchase them online. If these are online, I will leave the links in the description box below. But listen, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut out a circle with this foam board. They have white foam board and they have black foam board at mine. So I just went with the black just so that the back of this wreath would look a little bit more finished. So I'm going to simply use this as my template. Okay, I'm going to kind of hold it down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make the circle here the best I can. And then I'm going to cut that out, okay? So you're going to do that for this one. Let's see here. Let's see, kind of. And then you're going to do it for this one as well. All right, so see, I'm going to have to go like that a little bit, which is okay. Then you're going to take your X-Acto knife here. This is something I've already had on hand. And you're just going to go through. If you would rather use scissors, if you have something else that would work, that's great. Go ahead and do that. I'm going to just do this. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the face of our snowman too. So last year, was it last year or, I don't know, I think it was at the end of the year or the beginning of 2021. But I made, oh my goodness, I'm thinking the wrong tutorial, guys. Last year I did do another tutorial with yarn, so I will leave that link in the description box below. But I will leave you my snowman, I'm gonna make a snowman playlist, and I'm gonna leave that underneath as well. So just go ahead and do this with the top part and then come back for the next step. Okay, so I'll be honest. I saw these a long time at Dollar Tree and I never picked any up, and I was kicking myself for not doing that because every time I wanted to find these, I couldn't find these. Well, guess what? I finally found them at my Dollar Tree, and we are going to take these and we are going to put them over our little templates here. So I have both templates cut out. They're not perfect. Nothing's perfect, guys, so I'm not going to worry about that. But you're going to pick these up. Now, this is silver. You can leave this silver. We're going to try to do some white paint on it. So let's kind of like see how well the white paint does first before we actually, you know, commit to this. So I'm just going to put, oops, hold on. All right, so we're going to try a little bit of white paint on this to see if this works and if it will stay on. This is paint I got from Hobby Lobby, but they do sell white paint at Dollar Tree, so you can pick that up. But I just figured I already have it. I don't need to spend another $1.25. And I'm just going to kind of roughly paint this. I don't want to give it like, I like the little bit of antique look. So I'm going to paint this and I'm going to come back and we're going to see if this will actually stay on. I just want to kind of give it a little bit of a look. If you wanted to paint it more, I don't know if you can tell a big difference. I can where I'm sitting, but with the lights in here, it might be a little bit. So I'm going to just paint this and then I'm going to come back and we're going to trace them and cut them out. Okay, so I painted 2 of these tiles. They are adhesive on the back, but you know me, I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue. And I've got my SureBonder cordless glue gun over here. So we're going to take our circle here, and you're just going to decide which one do you want for which. I'm going to use this one, I think. Let's see. But we're going to have to do this. We're going to have to take this off. All right, because that's all sticky there. And basically, I'm just going to do my best to center this on You might want to stand up. I'm going to stand up for this, okay? Any of my products, like my cutting board, my glue gun, scissors, all of that is in my Amazon storefront. So if you're looking for especially great, let's see how well this sticks. We might not need glue, guys. Let's see. Well, I'm still going to put some glue there. So what we're going to do is, but all of my links for that is in my Amazon storefront under wreath making or crafting must-haves. So I'm just going to bend this up and just add a little bit here just to give it a little bit more security. And then we're going to cut this all away. Okay. I don't need too much there. And just a little bit. And just to make sure that this sticks, okay? And a little bit here. I love my cordless glue gun. It's a must-have. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if my marker will still write on that sticky stuff. I don't know. It really doesn't matter. Let me just get out my scissors and we're just going to start cutting. Yeah, that'll work. And you're just going to cut it around this and do the same exact thing with the smaller circle. Okay. So one of the things that I'm figuring out is once you cut that edge, the top really comes off, okay? So you are gonna need more glue in between the surfaces here. And be careful because this is really hot glue. I'm just gonna use my scissors here. So just know that you will be adding glue underneath between the foam and the bottom sticky part, and then with this very, very top part. You could kind of cut away the adhesive part really isn't very helpful other than to get it on and then cut it. But as you can see, this is going to stick just fine. We learn as we go here. Okay, so now we have our two pieces of our snowman. As you can see, he's coming together. Let me see here. We might need to kind of overlap this a little bit, and that's okay if we need to. I think I'm going to have to, because when you look at it, it does overlap there. So I'm going to put the first one on first. So what we're going to do is we're going to just flip this over, okay? Make sure you have it. I really don't feel like it has to be any certain way, but I'm going to try to do it this way. So I'm going to just flip that over right here and lay it on this cutting board. So I'm not going to move this. I can move this, but I'm not going to move this part. Now, this is where we're going to start adding some glue and we're going to start gluing this down. Now, I know I use black, but if I was to say, I would say maybe get some felt. I think I have some white felt. I'm going to go look and see if I have white felt. If I do, I'm going to cut out the circle here and the circle there so I can actually glue over top of this, just because you're going to see all the glue marks and I just don't like that look. But we're going to start off by putting some glue around here. All right. And then I'm going to go see if I have some white felt. I think I bought some the other day. And that's kind of an optional thing. You could use some placemats from Hobby Lobby, or not Hobby Lobby. I'm talking about Dollar Tree today, Julie. You could even use some fabric lengths from Dollar Tree and do this. I think that would look good too. So I'm just going to try to lay this over top. And then we'll add a little bit more glue here and there. Let's see here. I don't want to get glue on my table. That's the important thing for me. As you can see, I always use these scissors and I, glue things down. So I'm going to go find my, what do you call it? Felt. And I'm going to see if we can make a piece and just go over top of it. I'm going to add a little bit more glue. Make sure we have it nice and attached. For some reason, this top piece doesn't want to lay flat, and that's okay. It's, it's a Dollar Tree product, guys. This isn't going to be the best quality, but we can still make it all work. So I just want to make sure that it all sticks. And so basically, we're going to do the same thing on the top here, but I am going to take off a piece. Going to, let's just move this down. And so I need to take off a little piece down at the bottom so that it just doesn't, let's see, if we do it this way, we just need to cut a little bit, okay? Like a little curvature. But we're gonna put a scarf here, so none of this is gonna show, but I just want it to look like it's all laying flat, okay? So let's see how that works. Yeah, that'll work. So I'm just gonna add some glue here. I think I need to go get another glue stick, and I'm going to glue this part down too. Okay, so I did have some white felt, and I'm just gonna show you what I'm gonna do. You're just going to take it, and I'm actually going to draw a circle, and then I'm gonna cut it out. That's all I'm gonna do, guys. And do the same for the top here. And actually, you might just cut this in actually just one piece. And I think that's what I'll do. I'll just cut it in one piece because then it will lay across it just perfect. So I'm gonna cut that out, and then we're gonna put it on the back of our wreath. Okay, so we have our piece cut out, but before we put that on, we do need to put a little hook on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this all together. I'm just gonna take a pipe cleaner. They sell these at Dollar Tree too. And I'm just gonna make a little loop. And I still have a part here at the top that I can add it to. So I'm gonna see if I can get through there. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Perfect. We can get under there. All right, and then I'm going to twist it, and then we will glue it on as well. You can make that bigger or smaller, whatever you want to do, okay? So now that we have that on, we're gonna take our piece of felt here. Let me turn this way, and we're gonna start gluing this on the back, and just so that it'll, you know, it'll just cover up all the glue, okay? And I don't want to show the glue. So I'm just going to put some here. And move it over here. I am using the Gorilla Glue sticks, and I do have those in my Amazon. So you're gonna need to set this up pretty quickly, okay? It's not gonna go anywhere. All right. If you are not on my email list in the months of December and November of 2022, and probably beyond, we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna be giving away all the things that I make on YouTube. So you wanna get in on this, make sure you're on my email list. It's only gonna be given through the email list. So click on the link in the description box below. Get on my email list to find out all things Julie's Biz Boutique or Julie's Wreath Boutique. And yeah, that's how every single week we'll have a new giveaway. And that looks so cute. All right, so what's the next step, Julie? Well, I'm gonna tell you. Let's get the next. We have a couple options here, all right? If you wanna keep this strictly Dollar Tree materials, you have one of two choices. You can use, this is a little like canvas bag that I found in the crafting section. You can cut off the roping here, and then you could just rope it or glue it on around there like so. Okay, that's one option. You can do that. They have little ribbon that is about that big. You could put that around it. You could also get their jute rope. I don't have any of their jute rope here. I think I threw a little bit of it away that I did have, but you could do that as well. So any of their roping would work. So if you want to keep it all Dollar Tree, but I got to be a little extra. And honestly, this is not a very big expense. So I have these, I did a video last week, and if you haven't checked out that video last week, I showed you how to make 5 DIY ornaments. And this is just beading that you can get at Hobby Lobby. in the miniature tree section, ornament section, and it's $7.99 regular, but it's 60% off right now. So it literally makes this around $3.20 or 60 cents. So if you buy at least 2 or 3 of these, you're spending the same amount of money. And I kind of like the way this is going to look, because this is going to really pop. So basically what we're going to do is we are just going to start gluing it around our tree. All right. So I'm going to just start by getting, this is going to be a little time sensitive here. This is going to take you a little bit of time, so you're going to have to be patient. This is what the side of your wreath looks like, okay? If that doesn't bother you and you just want to keep it the way it is, just stay with the way it is. If you want to be super, super frugal on this, stay the way it is. But I'm going to add a little bit of glue at a time here. All right. Glue gun back. And I'm going to take the end, and you're going to have to just be patient. And I'm going to have to hold it down a little bit. All right. And let that set up. And then I'm going to go to the next spot. And basically we're going to go all the way around. And then I'm going to go down here. I'm not going to cut the strand until I get back to this part right here. Okay. Because that's when you're going to have to cut everything off, and it'll, you know, it'll unravel on you. But we're going to have everything glued just the right way. But I really love this. Now I'm going to show you, stick with me here, because I'm going to show you what we're going to do for the hat and what we're going to do for the mittens. And we're going to put a scarf on this too. So I'm going to keep gluing this. Stay with me. I think this is going to be super cute. Okay, so we're at the end here. We're not going to use them all. You can use these beads for another project. But I'm just going to keep adding a little bit of glue. I'm getting it on my mat here, which I don't like, but you know, it is what it is. So I'm going to set this on here, and then I'm going to cut right here, like right in between those 2 beads right there. And then add a little bit more glue. And then I'm going to trim this off, because now it's all glued on. So let's just do this. Okay. I'm going to put this over here so I don't lose it all. I don't think you're going to even see this one when we're done. And then I'm just going to cut this off. All right. So now let's work on the little mittens we're going to put on. Okay, so we're back. So now it's all for the finishing touches. This has been a really fun project. I bought these 2 packs of little baby mittens at Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to open them up right here. And we are going to use the black ones. You could use the gray ones if you'd like. So we've got our little mittens. So what do we do now? Well, we've got to make little templates for them, because I don't want these to flop around. All right. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of draw a little template. It doesn't need to be exact or anything, but it just needs to be, it looks like Michigan. I know you can't see that, but it looks like Michigan in my state. I'm from Michigan, guys. That's funny. That's why they call it the Mitten State. Okay, so I'm going to cut these out, and I'm going to cut them a little more inside here, and then we're going to put them in our mittens. It's that simple. I don't think you can see my little outline here, but I'm going to just take my X-Acto knife, and you could probably take scissors to this, because again, this doesn't need to be perfect. All right, so we got our little mittens here, and we are just going to stuff them with our little templates, so that when we put them on, they will just stay put, okay? So I'm just trying to think, which side should be, I guess it should be, yeah, it should be that side. I had to think about what side should be showing. Where's the thumb going? Because you know, if I put it on the wrong side, you guys will let me know. Not so much here on YouTube, but like on social media. Everybody's got to let you know when you do something wrong. Okay. All right, so basically we're just going to see if this just kind of fits in there. Oops, I want that one to come through there. So you can just put them on like so. But I'm going to add a little bit of glue, because, you know, we want to add a little bit of glue. We want it to stay put, right? I think it's kind of cute. So let's just add a little bit of glue. Well, I did add a lot there, but that's okay. It will just spread it out. And this will not go anywhere. Oops. Be careful that the little pokey part doesn't come out. And you're just going to add some glue and let that set up, guys, because that's fabric that will burn you if you don't take the time to let it set up, okay? I don't want you to use your fingers. All right, so we've got our little mittens on, which I think are super cute. Now let's get our little hat. This is a little hat I got from Dollar Tree in, I think in the Christmas section. I think that's where it was. This was just where the little gloves are, you know, and the scarves. And I just thought this was cute. You know, if you want to do a black top hat, I would get some black foam and I would cut it out and then make a little brim. But we're just going to take our little hat here. It's got a little bit of glue on it. I did not see that part. We might need to glue that to that part there. But we're just going to put it over our thing here. All right. But what I am going to do is I'm going to try to like glue some of it in the back here, and we're going to bunch it up a little bit more in the back. All right, so let's do that. You're going to definitely need your hot glue gun for this project and lots of glue sticks, okay? So I'm going to like double it over here and glue it down. I'm going to grab another thing of glue. So I'm going to let this set up, and when it sets up, I'll come back and show you how we're going to finish this off. Okay, so we got the back. See how I kind of just like, I bent it over and like just glued it. That's all we did. And then I'm going to add some glue to the front here. Okay, and just put that down. And then because see that? I don't know if you can see that or not. It's got glue from the actual making of it. I'm actually going to glue this down too to kind of have it stick and stay put. And so I'm just going to add some glue here. All right. And then I'm going to glue it right here. We're just going to hold that down. See, this is a really simple craft. If you can paint and if you can glue and if you can cut, you can make this. All right. So I'm going to let this set up, and then we're going to add the scarf, and then we'll be done. All right, so now we're going to you can do one of two things. You can use a scarf, you could make a bow, you could do whatever you want. But again, I got this from the Dollar Tree. It's just their scarf. The reds don't match, you know, exactly, but I think it's going to work. And I think this is going to be a great project for under, between your doors. I know I have a big scratch here because I put my Christmas tree up. Julie is a klutz. Let me tell you, your girl is a klutz. So you're like, I burnt myself here on my stove when I first moved into the new house. But what's exciting about this video is I'm hoping this is the last video I do in this bedroom, because our studio for YouTube is almost ready. So of course this is too big, okay? It's way too big. So I'm going to cut this down. And then that way you can use a scarf, and you can get a couple of these. And they didn't even really cut this really that straight with the pattern. So I'm just going to take my rotary cutter here, and I'm just going to cut this kind of in half. It doesn't need to be perfect, but we're just going to do the best we can here. All right. Cut it a little bit more. All right, so let's take a piece. And let's put it around the neck of our snowman here. Okay, and then we'll decide how long we want him to be. We're going to do a little, let's see, yeah. I'm going to do this, okay. Make a little knot. All right, and then you're going to just cut. That's all there is to it. You're going to want to put a little bit of glue to make sure this all stays. Okay. But let's do this. I think about right here is good. So I'm going to cut that off. All right. And if you want a chance to win this little guy, make sure you are on my email list. I will try to leave it. If I can remember, I'll pin it in the comments too. And then I'm just going to take, and we're going to cut little things right here. But if you want a chance to win this, it will only be on my email list. That's how we will choose the winner. All right, so we got that one. And we send out emails just to let you know, guys. Julie's YouTube video is up. Go watch it. So anyways, all right. I think that's super cute. Oh my goodness. And you can just really kind of play with it and say, okay, I want it to kind of lay this way. And I think he's super, super cute. Very easy to do, guys. So easy. We're just gonna kind of lay him that way. And you don't have to do this step. I'm doing this step just to make sure that he lays the right way. He or she or whatever you want to call her. This looks like a boy to me because we don't have any bows on it. And you could put little eyes and a little nose. We're just going to keep him like so. But I think he's super cute. I think this was such an easy DIY. I got inspired by going into Dollar Tree, and I just think it turned out super cute. So let's look at him right here. So if you made it this far, number one, thank you for watching. I always appreciate you guys watching my videos. You don't know how much this means to me, but thank you for showing up every single week. Number two, make sure to get on the email list if you want a chance to win this little guy and win many other projects that we're going to do in December as well. And number three, if you made it this far, I always ask you to leave an emoji. Let's leave a little snowman in the comments. Let me know what you would do. Would you have kept this silver? You could do this any color. Would you use the beads? Would you use the black strand? It's really kind of up to you. Cost effectiveness, this wasn't very much extra. So I thought, why not just add the red beads? So until we meet again every Sunday night here Eastern Standard Time on Julie's Wreath Boutique, I will see you then. Bye-bye.